Hello, everybody, and welcome to Resident Evil. Um, we're playing Resident Evil Remake for the PS4. So let's get into it. Resident Evil is a horror game that was originally released in '93, I want to say, and then it got remastered for the GameCube. I don't know when. 2000 something, and then it got remastered for current gen consoles in 2016. And so we are playing it's the Resident Evil Origins collection, so it comes with Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1. We're playing Resident Evil 1 because yeah. Now I've played through this game 3 times. Because I really like Resident Evil, or the entire series, really. I think they're very, very good games.
Resident Evil.
We will get into a new game. Resident Evil. Yeah, this is all fun. So, how do you like your games? Like climbing a mountain, fulfilling but takes a lot of work. Like going on a hike, good exercise but not too strenuous. Like taking a walk, you can relax and enjoy yourself. So now, it's weird, because this isn't hard, normal, easy. This is normal, easy, very easy. So we're going to play on normal. Now we have the option to play either Chris Redfield or Jill Valentine. There are a couple differences between the characters. Chris has 6 inventory slots and takes more damage. Jill has 8 inventory slots, but is more fragile. And then there's also alternate costumes from Resident Evil 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play as... there's also Chris has to find old keys and has a lighter. Jill... no, not a lighter. I don't remember what he has right off the bat, but he has some sort of thing. Jill has a lockpick, so she can open the old key doors. And yeah, I believe that's the extent of the changes. I think Chris gets frag grenades also, while Jill gets tasers. So it's really pretty, honestly, evenly balanced. I still think Jill is slightly easier just because of the 2 extra inventory slots. And also I think the lock picking is a bit easier than the old key finding stuff. So I'm gonna play as Jill, and I'll play with the original the non-alternative costume. So yeah. I'll let this cutscene play.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone,
And then I'll explain a bit more about this game.
City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo Team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo Team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare. Chris, this way. Damn it! Make for that mansion!
Enter the survival horror. So, well, there's actually there's another cutscene after this, so I'll still keep quiet.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no! You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way.
Alright. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp.
So there we go. Get used to seeing this animation a lot, because every time you go through a door, that animation plays, and it gets very annoying. I will say that. This game isn't perfect, but it's very good.
A dining room.
So, Resident Evil. Something you can probably notice right off the bat, fixed camera angles. You move in to a new spot, and the camera changes. You cannot control it. There are ink ribbons, which act as save points. So you go to the typewriter, and you put in an ink ribbon. I'm not going to save right now, because there's really no need to. You can also basically interact... Oh, didn't mean to do that. You can interact with a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, I need to actually find something I can interact with. So, like here, grandfather clock. When the two have run each other through, the path to your destiny will open. A picture of 2 knights striking each other. The sword has been thrust into the breast of one knight, while the longsword has pierced the head of the other.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
Alright. And we can actually examine this mantelpiece. And will you take the emblem? So you can either pick yes or no. Obviously, I'm actually going to pick no, because as of right now, we don't really have that many inventory slots. If you press triangle, you can see that we have 15 bullets in our handgun, a survival knife, and 3 ink ribbons. So we don't get any more slots, so we're going to have to work with what we've got. Anyway, let's go through this door, and you can see what I mean. Every time you go through a door, this animation plays, and there's no way to fast forward it. Let's see, this door is locked from the other side. This door has an emblem of armor carved into it. And this door has an emblem of a sword carved into it. So we can't really go anywhere here. No biggie. So let's just continue down the other side of the hallway then. Our first Zambo. Since we do not have a lot of, what's it called? Ammo, I'd really rather not fight this thing, so we'll just go back in here, yeah,
is it?
and have Barry
Look
take
out,
care of
it's
it
a
for us.
monster!
Let me take care of it.
A bang, a bang, a bang. There we go.
What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
Let's shall. Alright, Wesker was out in the atrium, or the main hall. I actually think it's called the main hall. So, yeah. Let's, uh-oh. Wesker? Where art
Wesker!
thou? Wesker!
Jill, help me look for him. But let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
So there's two ways you can go. You can either go upstairs or you can go downstairs. I honestly think he'll probably have gone upstairs though, so we'll go there. Maybe. So what's in here? Better finish searching the hall first. Alright. You overlooking the balcony, Wesker? No? Alright. And doesn't look like he's over here. Alright. Well, it turns out I was wrong. I am playing with the alternate controls, because honestly, tank controls are disgusting and horrible.
Barry.
So,
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris, and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay, then. I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
yeah, not a bad idea at all.
I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
And there we go, you got the lockpick. So we have
Thanks. I
a
may need it.
sub-item
Listen.
now.
If something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
The good news is that the lockpick doesn't take up an inventory slot. It has its own inventory slot, so that is good. If we take a look at the map, we can see that we only are aware of 3 floors as of right now. The first floor, the dining hall, and the little hallway we explored. The second floor is just above the above the main hall, and then this basement. We actually have no idea where that is. Oh, that's when we went to the right. In that little hallway. You can see that the map, flashes, what is that, beige or like green? It's like green, I guess. When you have found every item in the room, which means that there's no point in going back. When it's red, there's still items that need to be taken care of. So, let's take a look at the small door first. It's locked. An emblem of a helmet is carved into the lock. All right. Oh, well, there's something shiny in the vase, so let's push this. The camera can be a little annoying at times, I will say, but, that's to add to the horror of, 1999 or whatever. Let's see, am I gonna be able to grab it from here? There's a map of the Mansion 1F. Yes, take it. So we can see there's quite a lot of rooms for us to explore. But some of them we won't be able to access until we get other keys, like we've already seen the sword key, the helmet key, and I believe we saw the armor key? I could be wrong, though. Now let's check back here. And, oh. Will you take the dagger? Yes, I will. Using defensive items, or emergency evade. Using defensive items such as daggers will allow you to escape momentarily when grabbed by an enemy. However, you will not be able to escape when the enemy grabs you from behind. To equip a defensive item, go to the status screen and then select an item from the defensive item menu, then select the equip command. If your defensive item mode is set to manual in the control settings, you must press L2 to use the defensive item. Now, I believe we have it on auto, yes, so we will not have to worry about that. our character will just do it automatically. Uh-oh. Alright, first Zambo that we're gonna have to fight. He is quite tall. So, L1 to shoot. Alright, he grabbed us, which is unfortunate, but we stabbed him in the brain. And, if we can... Alright. Camera. Wonderful, thank you. Already off to a great start. God, the camera is balls. Alright, let's see if we can seal him in. We don't waste any more bullets. And left. There we go. He is now sealed in there. Unfortunately, we took quite a bit of damage. We're all the way in caution, which means I believe if one more hit, we are dead, which is not fun. It's locked. The emblem of a sword is carved in. Alright. Nothing else here except that defensive dagger, which we already used. So yeah, the camera, not the best. It takes a bit of getting used to, and it honestly it'll end up doing quite a bit of damage to us because the camera, some camera like transitions are very smooth and make sense, but then others are like that where it's like you're filming from one side and then automatically just like harsh turn to the other, and it's very unfortunate. Oh, Barry's gone. I do not want to examine this emblem, no. What I do want to do is see if I can examine the blood. There are bloodstains on the floor. Hope these didn't come from your friends. Alright. Well, we'll go in here. We already know that side is locked, so let's take a look at our friend. The corpse of your comrade, Kenneth. It looks like he's holding something. It's the film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. Alright. Of course, it looks like his throat's been torn out. Fun times. Well, we'll go in here. Oh, I should mention, by the way, Resident Evil is rated M for mature, for blood and gore, intense violence, and language. This is your only warning. If you're not okay with that stuff, then don't watch the series. Will you take the handgun magazine? Yes. So now we have a couple of extra bullets to our name. There's no way to actually reload your gun unless you are out of ammo completely. But if you combine from your menu, it automatically refills. So that's nice. There's a corpse collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death. What the hell happened in this mansion? Here is our instance of healing items. There are 3 different types of herbs in the game. There are green herbs, which directly influence your health. There are red herbs, which don't really do anything on their own. And there are blue herbs, which combat poison. You can combine herbs to get different effects. So 2 green herbs, like so. If we examine it, a mixture of 2 green herbs. Okay, I thought I was going to say, so 1 green herb does a little bit of health, 2 green herbs do quite a bit of health, and 3 green herbs fully heal. 1 green and 1 red herb also fully heal. And then, green and blue does a little bit of health and reduces poison. And then green, red, blue is basically the jackpot. You get a full heal and get rid of poison. Now, we won't be seeing, what's it called? We won't be seeing blue herbs for quite a while. Uh-oh. I'm not going to go in there, but I do hear a Zambo. Let's run away. So, let's take out the knife, and if you auto-lock onto him, he does not, or he's not dead. So that's a good little trick. Alright, let's wait for this dude to, Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's, Oh, alright, is he dead now? Yep, he's dead, because you didn't auto-lock on, so he is dead. Down and out for the count. That rhymes. That took 7 bullets, so you can see that zombies are pretty intense. Will you take the golden arrow? We shall. Examine an item. From the status screen, select an item and then select the examine command. The details of the item will be displayed. So, you know, that probably means we should examine the green arrowhead. So, the arrowhead looks like it can be removed. So now we just have this arrowhead. The arrowhead is made from peridot, sometimes referred to as poor man's emerald. So nothing else to do there. Another handgun mag, which is going to be very, very, very useful to us. Oh god. That's a bit unfair. So once again, we're pretty low on health. We do have 1 green herb just in case, but... Alright, I'm out of ammo, so I'm gonna reload. Lots of bullets. But he's fully dead, so sweet. And here, it's locked from the other side, so let's just go in here then. You unlocked it. Sweet. And if we check the map, you can see that we got everything in that area. So now, unfortunately, oh sweet, we found another dagger, so if we get grabbed, we should be okay. But unfortunately, you can hear the splish splosh of a Zambo. Oh, let's re-equip our gun. We do not want the knife out. Let's get some space. So 5 bullets, and he's still alive. 2 stabs, and let us switch back to the pistol. He collapsed. And he's dead. Alright, sweet. Alright, let's, we can move this. And, you know what? I do not like this statue. Yeet. So we got that. Let's take a look at the doors on this side, though, real quick. So, we've got... It's locked. Sword. This is the door we came out of. And then we've got the door over here, but let's take a quick look-see. Did we get everything in this room? That we did. Alright. Sweet. So, we dropped something into the dining room, so let's quickly go take a look there. But let's equip our pistol. And boom. I should also probably reload because I have like 4 bullets. So if we just quickly reload there, we have 2 spare bullets, so not the best, not the worst. If I can not get stuck on the pillar, that'd be great. And we can run over here and grab a blue gemstone. Sweet. Now I am gonna actually, well actually no, I'll save at the end of every video. But I should mention that if you die, death does mean quite a lot because it takes you back to your last save. And there are no autosaves, which means when you die, you go back to the last place you personally saved. And so it can either be very, very, you know, fine or really horrible. Because if you go like 20 minutes and then don't save, guess what you have to do? Replay the 20 minutes. Alright, let's be careful. There we go! We popped his head off. Not bad. There's a very small chance of that happening, I believe. I don't remember what exactly the, Oh, there's a fat one over here. I don't remember exactly what the chances are. I think it's like if you are elevated, you can kill them. We have 1 bullet left, so not great. But he is not Yeah, he's okay. He's dead. There is something over here. Some shotgun shells. Yes, please. 6 shotgun shells, to be precise. And that is wonderful. But if we examine this tombstone over here, the tomb engraved with a picture of an angel. There's an indentation in the shape of an arrowhead. Huh, well, what a coinky-dink. I've got an arrowhead. This isn't ominous at all. Let's quickly switch back to our pistol. And go down here. I should also explain, though, that the reason I'm playing Resident Evil now on the channel is because Resi 3 is coming out soon. So you guys are going to get Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2 back-to-back, which I typically don't do. I don't play sequels back-to-back, but because Resident Evil 3 is coming out, I'm preparing for, or with, Resi 1 and Resi 2. A stone statue with a hole where the eyes should be. A stone statue with holes where the eyes, nose, and mouth should be. A stone statue with a hole where the nose should be. A stone statue with a hole where the mouth should be. Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil, do no evil. A book is fitted perfectly in the indentation. Will you take the Book of Curses? Oh, you know what? Sure, why not? And you know what? Let's just examine this Book of Curses and open it right up. There's a key embedded on the back cover. Will you remove it? Yes, please. You got the mansion key. Book of Curses. Oh yes, let's open up the Book of Curses. What can possibly go wrong? Book of Curses. The 4 masks. A mask that speaks no evil, a mask that smells no evil, a mask that sees no evil, a mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all 4 fall into place, evil will awaken. How perfect for us. I love evil. In fact, this game is called Resident Evil, and it's a great game. There's an engraving of a sword. Sweet, we now have the sword key. And also 1 bullet to our name, so think of that as you will. Alright. I should also mention that you can also play with tank controls. It's a lot worse though. Like, you can, like, left actually turns it to her left, or the player's left. And then, yeah, it's not great. I much prefer alternate controls, so I'm going to be playing with alternate controls, but you can use the D-pad and square to run if you would so choose. So, we now have the sword key, and we already know where a couple of the sword keys go. So let's go in here real quick and open up the door over this way. You use the sword key. Let's take a look-see, shall we? And I just realized we are almost out of time, so I will take a look at this, save, and then end the episode. I hear a slosher. You use the lockpick, so hold on, let's take a quick look in here. What is in here? Because this would be great to see what is in here. There are some herbs. I love herbs. There are green herbs growing here, but there's only enough for a few uses. Use them. Yes, I shall. You have treated your wounds, and there's still some left over. I won't explore out there because we're going to come back later, and so I'll do that then. So now, I heard a zombo, which is unfortunate, because there's one there, and one there. So what we're gonna do, with our 1 bullet to our name, juke. Oh shoot. I do have a knife though. And we will run past. Because you don't need to kill every zombie in the game. In fact, some might argue that it's easier to not kill every zombie in the game. It looks like this one's been dead for several hours. That being said, though, you need to be good at juking zombies, and I am anything but good at juking zombies. So I probably will kill a lot, but, you know, no biggie. So, if we take a look, this is a save room. There's several kinds of here, many of them a sickly color. This shelf is full of pills and elixirs you've never seen. Many of them have changed colors. A well-used bed. So hold on. There's there's an item box here. The item box are super useful. They store your stuff that you don't need. So we don't need this gemstone. We don't need the blue. Yeah, we don't need the gemstone. We don't need the shotgun shells right now because we don't have a shotgun. And other than that, I'm going to keep everything we have, and I'm going to save. So I'll actually do that just like as soon as I end this episode, because I don't know, because it actually takes you to like a menu, like not in the game. It takes it to like the actual PS4. So I don't know if that's going to screw up the recording. So I will just not do that until I die, in which case you actually have to do it, and then I'll see then. Hopefully, though, I'm not going to take this risk as of right now, and if I have to just record an episode down the line, I will. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm super excited to start playing Resident Evil again, and I'm super excited for Resident Evil 3, which will definitely be shown on the channel probably as soon as the game that I play during when Resident Evil 3 gets released is finished. Then I'll switch to Resident Evil 3, if that makes sense in English. Whatever game I'm playing, what is it, April 3rd or April 10th rolls around, whenever that game is finished, I will then move on to Resident Evil 3. That being said, though, there's a very good chance that it'll be Resident Evil 2 that we're playing, because I'm actually going to be doing Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2 back-to-back, which I mentioned earlier in the episode, and I also want to reiterate, is not something I'm going to do in the future. The only reason I'm doing that is because Resident Evil 3 is coming out. So, you know, that's why I just finished a BioShock, and I'm not playing BioShock 2, because I'm going to wait a bit of time. This is a very, very weird circumstance, and I want to clarify that. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And I'll see you all next time, where we continue exploring the mansion and see what horrors we have in store for us. Bye-bye!